Period poverty is the inability to afford or access menstrual products, safe sanitation facilities, and the knowledge to manage menstruation with dignity. In South Africa, this is not a niche issue. It is a widespread crisis of inequality, dignity, and human rights that systematically disempowers millions. My name is Sims, and welcome to the Venting Space. The scale of the problem is vast. An estimated 7 million South African women and girls cannot afford sanitary products. When a packet of pads costs more than a loaf of bread and families live below the food poverty line, menstruation becomes a luxury. This forces people to use unsafe alternatives like rags, newspapers, and often leaves. These methods are unhygienic, uncomfortable, and can lead to infections and shame. The most documented impact of period poverty is on education. Research in Gauteng found that 1 in 7 schoolgirls did not have enough sanitary products for every period. Those without enough products were more than twice as likely to miss school. Absenteeism is not just about a lack of pads, it is driven by a constellation of failures. Schools often have broken, unhygienic toilets without doors, water, soap, or bins. The fear of leaking, of smelling, and of being teased by classmates creates immense anxiety. This environment makes concentration in class nearly impossible. Girls report withdrawing from activities, avoiding walking to the front of the class, and living in constant fear of humiliation. The causes are systemic. They are rooted in profound economic inequality. High unemployment and poverty mean that for many families, food and electricity will always take priority over sanitary pads. The state's provision is inconsistent and poorly managed. While the government has allocated over 210 million rand for its sanitary dignity program and scrapped the value-added tax on sanitary products, implementation is a major failure. Provincial education departments have been slow to distribute pads. Reports of corruption and mismanagement, like the 4 million rand lost in KwaZulu-Natal due to poor planning, undermine the entire effort. Beyond economics, deep-seated socio-cultural stigma fuels the crisis. Menstruation is shrouded in silence and shame. Cultural and religious beliefs can frame it as dirty or something to be hidden. This stigma is reinforced by a lack of comprehensive education. Boys and men are often left out of the conversation, which can lead to teasing and a lack of empathy. Even male teachers may feel uncomfortable addressing the topic, leaving girls without support. This culture of silence means many girls experience their first period in fear and confusion, utterly unprepared for the biological reality of their bodies. The solution requires a multi-layered attack on all fronts. Government must lead with competent and accountable action. Funding for the Sanitary Dignity Program must be ring-fenced and its distribution closely monitored. Procurement should be transparent, but providing pads is only one step. The government must also meet its own legally mandated norms and standards for school infrastructure. This means ensuring every school has safe, private, clean toilets with running water, soap, and functional disposable systems. The SAFE initiative to replace pit latrines must be accelerated. Policy must also address education. The life orientation curriculum needs to be strengthened to include practical, empowering, and age-appropriate menstrual education for all learners, boys and girls. This demystifies menstruation and breaks down stigma from a young age. The private sector and NGOs have shown how agile and effective they can be. Organizations like the CORE Project and the Menstruation Foundation and I Am For Her are installing sanitary pad vending machines in schools, distributing reusable pads, and running educational workshops. Their work provides a blueprint for scalable, community-focused solutions. Supporting local entrepreneurs who manufacture affordable, reusable products like menstrual cups and washable pads also builds economic resilience and creates jobs within the menstrual economy. As citizens, we have a role to play. We can support the NGOs on the front line through donations or volunteering. We can challenge the stigma in our own homes, workplaces, and communities by talking openly about menstruation. We can hold local government and schooling governing bodies accountable. Ask them what they are doing to ensure toilets are functional and that pads are available. Demand action. Period poverty is a mirror reflecting South Africa's deepest inequalities. It shows the gap between policy and practice, between the haves and the have-nots, and between the dignity promised by the Constitution and the reality for millions. But it is not an insurmountable problem. It is a solvable one. The solution exists. They require political will, efficient implementation, and a collective commitment to break the silence. Ending period poverty is not just about providing a product. It is about affirming the fundamental right to health, education, and dignity for every person who menstruates. Thank you for watching.